everyone, it's me, eternallyelle, back with my second video. In this video today we're going to be talking about red flags in men, and I only picked 5 because if I really did red flags in men this video would be an hour long, but I decided to cut it short for you guys and really just highlight the ones that are like super red flag, like immediately like leave, you know. These are red flags in men. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. My TikTok is eternallyelle, and then my Instagram is eternallyelle as well. Let's get started. Red flag number 1 in men is when they cannot take accountability. What this means is that when someone lacks taking accountability, it basically means like they cannot ever admit that they're wrong, like ever. Say you guys get into a little like altercation, definitely nothing too crazy, just like maybe like a small misunderstanding, right? You call them out on it and you're like, hey, like I didn't really like when you did this, or hey, like you did this wrong, etc., etc. And they just start going in defensive mode. They flip it on you, like, oh well, maybe you shouldn't have done this, or just like cannot simply take accountability, right? Like he will try to deflect, he will try to get defensive. It's just not good, because it basically means that he's emotionally immature and can never admit when he's wrong, because he can never be wrong, right? And it also means that he sees no problem with his behavior. Red flag number 2 is if he's emotionally unavailable. So basically what emotionally unavailability is when one cannot express emotions that well, one is just emotionally reserved, one just is numb like all the time. And this is a very, very red flag in relationships, especially because it will take a toll on the receiving partner's end. Like if he can never open to you, if he ghosts you when things get hard, if he's very, very reserved with his feelings, his emotions, that's just not a good thing, because if he's emotionally unavailable, he will never come to you if there's any problems that he's facing during the relationship or in the relationship. Now, in this case, it's very sad for one to be emotionally unavailable, because that most likely means that they face trauma throughout their life when they can't really express their emotions, because maybe he grew up thinking that expressing his emotions was gay, girly, or just overall not a manly thing to do. And that's completely valid, you know, like men should not be grown to feel like they cannot feel anything, because that is extremely toxic and a product of the patriarchy. However, him dumping his trauma onto you, like him putting it onto you, is not fair on you at all. Plus, he is a grown-ass man. He can go to therapy, he can do the inner work, etc. He can always find a way to get better emotional wise. So it is not your fault if your partner is emotionally unavailable, but please leave him and it will honestly bite you in the ass in the end. Red flag number 3 is if he is inconsistent. Maybe if he's inconsistent, that means he don't like you. I'm sorry, if he's inconsistent, he does not like you, okay? If he's good one minute, he's bad the next minute. It feels like you're constantly walking on eggshells so you don't make him upset, and you constantly feel like it's your fault when it is not. It is him. It is always a him problem, okay? You can become very anxious throughout the relationship if you feel like you need to walk on eggshells, or you're afraid to say the wrong thing. You should never feel afraid in front of your partner. Your partner should never make you feel scared, okay? That is extremely important, and I want to highlight that accordingly. Men are always consistent on the things that they value. So if they're constantly inconsistent with you, if they're getting you flowers one day, but then like a couple months down the line they don't get you flowers, if he is opening the door for you but then the next minute he doesn't want to, etc. Those are just very small things, but they can also be on a bigger scale. It basically means that he doesn't value you, and I'm sorry to tell you that. It can sound very, very harsh, but it is the sad reality. Red flag number 4, he wants to be chased. Now, ladies, I know we are in a sassy male apocalypse right now. I know we are in a sassy male epidemic, and I am so sorry to all my fallen girl soldiers, okay? Because these men are ridiculous. Like, they will test you to see if you will call them first, see if you will text them first. I remember, funny story actually, when I was with my ex, he would usually be the one to text me good morning, right? So one day he just didn't text me good morning, right? I was working on my self-healing towards the end of the relationship, because in the beginning of the relationship, if he were to not text me, I would freak out, I would get super anxious, but I just wanted to see what this was about, right? So I ended up not texting him, and we didn't talk for 2 days. 2 days, because this man wanted to be like, oh well, I wanted to see if you would text me too, you know, blah blah blah. So like, if he wants to be chased, that is such a red flag. Like, I am sorry, because it's just like, if you really like a woman, you will chase her, you will go after her, like you will, like, you love her, you know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure she's okay, you want to make sure that she's cared for, okay? So if he wants to be chased, maybe he might be gay, I don't know. Or just like very, very sassy. But yes, we are in a sassy male apocalypse, unfortunately. He basically just wants princess treatment. Even though he is not a princess at all, I don't know what he was thinking. So if he wants to be chased, he is also just mad and insecure because he wants to feel loved in the way that his mother never loved him. So please be careful with that. Before all the men come in my comments being like, oh, well, I want my partner to show me effort too. Well, sometimes I just want to be chased. I'm sorry. You want to be chased? Are you the one giving birth? Are you the one that has to go to work still? Are you the one bearing children? Thank you. Exactly. Just for the simple fact that a woman is a status symbol for men, she should be the one being chased. She should be the one getting all the princess treatment. Okay? Whenever you see an ugly guy with a pretty girl, that ugly guy seems less ugly. Simple as that. Okay? So if you want to be chased, go get a man. Call the cops on yourself. Like Shira7 said, call the cops on yourself, because I'm not doing that. Last but not least, red flag number 5 is if he yells or curses at you. Okay, now I know this one's probably like, well, Elle, like, that's very obvious, blah, blah, girl. You'd be surprised the amount of women that would let their men yell at them or curse at them. Girl, been there, done that. But the minute my ex cursed me out, I was gone. I left, okay? Once you make me feel unsafe, you are done. But anyways, if he ever yells or curses at you, he's emotionally immature, okay? If he's ever angry, especially at something that you didn't cause directly, that just means that he sucks at dealing with his own anger and would rather take it out on you. Because he is just so emotionally immature that he cannot just take a deep breath, maybe try to get his thoughts together, maybe give himself some time and space, but instead he wants to put it out on you. He's basically using you as a punching bag. This can get physical, okay? And I want to be 100% serious when I'm talking about this, because when a man will yell at you or curse at you, why would he not hit you? I'm sorry, girl, but like if he feels like he can verbally abuse you, it can always lead to physical abuse. So I just want you guys to be very, very careful and very, very safe, because your partner should never make you feel unsafe, okay? You should never feel scared to tell them something or scared that they're gonna curse at you or yell at you, you know? That's not okay, all right? And we don't accept that, okay? Get out of that situation safely if it happens, and then block him immediately. Do it for your own safety, girl, okay? Clearly, he doesn't value you if he yells or curses at you, or even just raising your voice at you either. Like, that is just like, like if he starts to raise his voice at you, later down the line he'll start to yell at you, later down the line he'll start to curse at you, and later down the line he may start to physically harm you. So please be careful. That is my red flags in men. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Please go check out my other social medias linked in my description box. And yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely day today and learn something from me. Love you guys.